I loved you from the start. I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head, locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Shutting all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. 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 Oh. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind our manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, if I don't know a thing about love. I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. I think I've been thinking too much. Hurt myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 A's sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. I'm all good, I'm looking up. But baby, if I'm honest, you know I've been taking stock of every perfect little win and every close near loss I meet. And we're most fast, run all the worst stuff. And what's my wheels are turning, it's just how to turn them off. So put some sugar on my ear and tell me something sweet. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess it's all that it takes. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold on my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? 6 months over, I feel sober. I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I don't wanna know where I might be without you. Verse I crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars, and if I ever mention.
All right, everybody. It's unexpected victory time. They're up against Wave Rises here in ESEA IM, and they're looking for their 9th win of the season. The magical number 9 that basically guarantees playoffs, and they're in good shape for it. They're 8-1, and they're up against this team here in Wave Rises. excuse me, who are sporting themselves a 4-5 record. So we do this thing every broadcast where we try to figure out the strength of the other team based on statistics. And 4-5 sounds like, oh, they must be a much weaker team. But if you delve a little bit closer into their games, they've actually had a ton of close games. And if you just think about the close games that UV1 have had this season, and just say they lost a few more of those, they'd be having a similar record, right? So their last 3 games from Wave Rises: 15-19 overtime loss to Spartan Gaming, 16-13 loss to Bader, 16-13 loss to Megalomania. Again, I don't really know the quality of those teams at all, but those are all close games. And if you think about it, like UV1 had some overtime games and had a bunch of close games, and that you know, could go one way if it just things just didn't go in their favor, right? And then you bring it on to Dust 2, a map kind of notorious a little bit for if someone's just having a really good day fragging, that could be enough to just carry you through a game, and then we'll see if they can do that. So I would not put this as an auto favorite for UV1. I know sometimes I like to try to do that. Again, trying to figure out the kind of overall power level of a team without actually having seen them play. It does not always successful when it comes to trying to do that based on their stats, but potentially that's something to look at, and maybe we get a bit of a close game. And the other thing that makes it more difficult even to figure things out, Wave Rises kind of has looks like a little bit of a rotating roster. They've had a bunch of different people in, so it's a little bit hard to tell what their actual starting roster, their starting 5 is. So that'll be something as we kind of discover and kind of go SMK there. Right here we see the ops seems to be like their main driving force with the most frags on the team. Seems to be the person that's just most consistently around. But it's up to tell. There's lots of different players with stats on that team. But speaking of different players with stats, you can see on your screen 2 race car is in the lineup tonight. Unfortunately, Egglet could not make it to tonight's game. Not sure what reason for whatever, just couldn't make it. Real life sometimes happens. So 2 race cars in, and last time we had 2 race car in, he had an absolute pop-off performance, at least in the CT side of Inferno, I believe it was. Technically, in his one game, he had a 93.03 ADR, and that's the highest ADR on the team. Of course, everyone else is averaged out, where a 2 race car, that's just his one game. But still, able to roll up 26. I believe had the 20 bomb well before the first half. The second half, we just don't want to talk about that one. So they won the game anyway. But definitely showed some huge potential, especially as an offer coming off the bench. Just gives you, you're not worried about it. I don't think when 2 race car comes in. The one thing you mildly are worried about is potentially like some synergy things, some like timing things were like a bit off. That 2 race car like wasn't with, because it hasn't been with the team all season. But that being said, we again are on Dust 2, which might just be a big favor for 2 race car. He can potentially shine here if he is going to be the opper here. If he's sitting long, sitting mid, I know Damos likes to hold mid, so maybe they go for a 2-op situation where 2 race car ends up sitting in long, holds that down. I don't know the strategy. I'm just kind of speculating, of course, but it's definitely there. So that's something Wave Rises potentially will have to deal with, a double op setup that might come out in Dust 2. And Dust 2 is just one of those maps where double op setups are very, very common, even on T side, because you can get some good picks and just kind of get things rolling for them, as everyone has now entered the server, so hopefully the game is starting up soon. So again, this is for win number 9 for unexpected victory. And if they can pull that one off, if they can get that, they're sitting in a nice place. So is it going to jump right away? Well, if it's giving us the time to talk about last game a little bit, I'm just going to tab over here to give myself a reminder. Right, they played against Steel's Bicycle last week. Or I guess last game, not technically a full week ago. And it was a good one. They got up to a big CT side lead, and were kind of able to eventually close that one out 16-12 last week. There was some like comeback potential that was potentially being built up there, but in the end, I believe UV1, yeah, we're just kind of able to extend that strong lead they had early on to eventually win the rest of the match. So, takeaways from that game. Usually have more of a thought on a takeaway from that than I normally do. It's just kind of like another good win. Alfight held it down. We had Alfight in the interview, if I remember correctly. My memory is a little off, but I'm trying to think. It's a little bit foggy. But me and Alfight talked a little bit about his place on the team and how he can kind of get things done, and we're hoping to see more of that once again in this game. We are jumping straight into this knife round here, as we will decide the side. So yeah, it was a good game. Just another solid one. They were able to kind of clean up and finish off. As we are watching the rest of this knife round kind of finish off here. Damos, last one standing. He took down 2, but now he's just running back. So it will be Wave Rise's selection. Always an interesting choice, Dust 2. It's one of those maybe T-sided favored maps. Not very many of them, really. So it's always an interesting decision here, but we will get the CT side started for Wave Rises, which is good, actually. Because we've seen UV1 start on CT side a lot, and we're confident in that. As we are trying to build towards the playoffs, it'll be good to see how UV1 kind of responded. Starting off on T sides, I mean, you're a little less warmed up, a little less ready to go, but you still got to get things done here. Let's see if we get the classic B rush right off the hop, as 4 of them are committing their way over here. LCS is looking to hold down this site along with dudes. Alfight gets it started, though. We'll pick off the first frag here. We'll grab down to the second, and there's 3. We're talking about Alfight in an interview and how well he's playing. He comes out firing today. He's eventually taken down by Haynes, who does grab 2 of them. But with 1 more of his teammates down, he's now 1v3 left in this pistol round. So, despite the 2 nice frags, Vampy will finish off the last one, and UV1 will come up to a pistol round win to get this one started. Whew. Yeah, Alfight walking in there just with those 3 frags to get it going right away. Definitely looking great. It's going to afford a lot of extra utility in this round for that to go with his Galil. Scout on 2 race car. So the B rush, the classic B rush and pace round, ends up working out for UV1. As we tune into Midos, who pulls off the 1 dig. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, a couple of people are going down. Only 2 members left of Unexpected Victory as they're starting to make their move through long. There's Damos flashing through to try to see if they can get past the CT spawn. Naft now on site, gonna throw it as flash. Damos is planting, so can they hold this one down 2v4? 2v3 now after that last frag from Naft, who takes a little bit of a poke there. Damos able to find a nice D shot. Haynes trying to get it done with the scout. Actually gets it done with the USP. And then Damos eventually gets taken down by Dudes with that deagle. So half decent defense. They at least got that plant. But this will tie the game up back to 1 apiece. So good round for Wave Rises as they take the round after losing the pistol round. But not bad for them. Haynes so far with those 3 frags leading the charge on the team. One so far. Let's see where UV1 decide to go. They don't get to have that free bonus now. So they've bought up to Galil and a couple scouts. Alfight and 2 race car both sporting those. Let's see what they decide to do here. They've got an in through long doors. Got one of them into pit. Meanwhile, they are establishing mid control too as well. Haynes and Midos trying to hold down Cat. As UV1 are starting to walk into that. Vampy picks up the first frag of this round. Turns and grabs another. Alfight also helping out. Finishes off 1 more. So we're now in a 5v3. Let's call it 5v1 because last person went down. Damos then finds a clean round for UV1. They go 5-0 there. And are now up 2-1 in rounds. Good start for the Unexpected Victory boys, getting those nice early rounds in. And showing some strength here on the T side. Got scouts We got a scout and some deagles now for Wave Rises. UV1 with some lesser rifles, but got the 1 AK on Vampy here, as he's already made his way through long doors. They're trying to get their way into mid, and a nice 1 deag from SMK will start this off nicely for Wave Rises. They start to move back towards the A site to see if anything's going on there. It is Vampy by himself messing around with long. He gets tagged a little bit here. Tries to throw a flash to get out, but LCS will finish him off with that scout. So good round right now for Wave Rises as they are up 5v3. Haynes meets a couple members in Cat and eventually gets taken down. Solto, though, will avenge his teammate there at least a little bit. Deimos now moving through Cat. There with the FAMAS. Nice little nade here. Will do a decent amount of damage. This is a good round for Wave Rises again. After kind of losing a round, you kind of expected to lose the next one in those early rounds, and Wave Rises have so far done a good job to what might feel like stealing these rounds, to be completely honest. Of course, only Deagles and the Scout to start this round off. And there's Mitos with another 1 deag here. I'll fight. Last one standing. Behind him, though, SMK will find him out and finish him off. So, good round for him there. S 2-2 as we head into round number 5. Just when it looks like UV1 might be able to establish a solid lead, it just doesn't come to fruition. Deimos, meanwhile, taken down by a scout. So they're going to have to do this 4v5. Getting a little bit of a boost here. They've got access through long doors. Wave Rises so far don't play up on it. Here's Solto into mid, trying to win this firefight out. Somehow does. Alfight not able to finish him off there. That's a firefight I'm sure Alfight wants back. Vampy doing a little bit of damage there, but will end up backing up here. Be interesting to see if UV1 with a minute left in this round decide to save it, but so far they are moving up towards mid. LCS is going to meet up with Nath and take him down, but gets traded at least. These 2 race car picks up the op. So 2v4. Do they just save this op? Or does 2 race car get a no-scope wall bang? Yeah. The latter thing is what happened. And now they're trying to hold this one down. 2 race car picks up another frag here, trying to get one through the smoke. Vampy will actually finish it off. And all of a sudden it's 2v1. Deuce, though, looking through window, will find 2 race cars, that turns around and finds Vampy. So what was almost a Herculean effort from 2 race car and Vampy gets shut down by Dudes. Absolutely gigantic play by both teams, to be honest. But Dudes ends up being the last one standing, winning the Battle Royale there. So, great job so far from Wave Rises to have established a lead here, despite losing a couple rounds that look like that meant UV1 we're going to take a couple free ones right after, but Haynes barely misses an off shot here. He looks back on it and takes him down. Ooh, sometimes that repeat doesn't work out, but of course, it is an anti-eco, so UV1 just don't have as much firepower here. SMK finding one through the smoke. SMK getting another one. He's just doing all the work for the team right now. Oh, just walking up and finding a third. He gets a 4th. Absolutely monster 4K from SMK. Definitely a leader on this team. 4 Wave Rises, and UV1 got a lot to handle here. Decision time? Does he decide to save up here? They do not. They are purchasing up their AKs here. And want to get this started right away for them heading towards the B site. SMK playing up aggressively against the smoke again, once again. UV1 into lower tons now, though. So you watch LCS throwing down some utility. But UV1 just waiting out this utility, really. Letting them use it all up. Plenty of time in the round, so they're totally fine with this. Naf, the one in long doors, waiting to see if anyone kind of pushes through. They have yet to really play that aggressively at all. Yeah, Jeff, it's mostly auto director. I occasionally take over when auto director is not behaving. I'll fight. Throwing out the smoke now. 55 seconds left of the round. UV1 yet to really make a real move. Naft peeks through those long doors, does find Haynes. Unfortunately, that means he gets taken down, though. But here's the move through mid. Alfight getting it started. Picks off one. The one standing in window gets taken down, but here's SMK. And then it comes in the flank to take him down. That'd be an Alfight team up for a couple. But 2 race car goes down. But it just leaves Haynes by himself. He's over near the A site, and they're planting on B. Excuse me. Haynes potentially just trying to look for an exit frag or anyone deciding to peek through the window here. Might be giving up this round. So good of UV1 to take this one down. Of course, this was one of those rounds where you kind of, you could buy full rifles and a decent amount of utility, or you could have saved for one more round, but UV1 just had to go for it, and, well, it works out for them, that's for sure. As Haynes will save this last op here. UV1 will get out of the bomb site cleanly. And unexpected victory will bring it within 1. 4-3. The lead now for Wave Rises. This unexpected victory finally end a little bit of a run they were on. And now some of them have to decide whether they purchase up here, because they have a couple ops. Or sorry, a couple AKs rather. And yeah, they do continue to push this up. If they can win this round, that will definitely hurt the comedy of Wave Rises, so that is certainly right there. Haynes here with his boost here. Look if they go for that move into lower tons once again. Alfight peeks in and gets taken down. SMK right underneath there. Does get taken on with Vampy, so it's essentially a trade, although Vampy takes quite a bit of damage for himself too. 4 into a 4v4. Now throwing a molly towards Cat, but they start moving towards mid doors. Smalley doing a bit of damage to 2 race car, but A doesn't care. He'll just shoot you in the face for doing that. Nice shooting. Naf now trying to get access on the Cat, maybe. Oh, no, the real hit is coming towards mid. Minos shoots initially, but now just tries to run away behind the smoke. He's taking damage through that smoke, though, and Naf is able to finish him off. Deimos, meanwhile, over here on Cat, is taking down target for himself. Vampy eventually taken down near the B site. As we tune into Dudes, who then takes down Naf. So we're in a 2v1. Bomb is all the way back near spawn with 36 seconds left to go. Dudes meets up in lower tons with 1. But they back up from that. Dudes is going to try to head over towards the bomb to potentially protect it. Here's 2 race car coming to grab it, but walking through lower tons is Deimos. He gets shot up from the side, trying to deal with the attack. The flank working out. Deimos walking up and taking him down. Good round for UV1. Tie this one back up 4-piece. 7 frags for Deimos leading. Team SMK leading his team with 8, including that big 4K he had. They had, I should say. I don't know the genders. 5 stack from Wave Rises with USPs over towards long. UV1 not having gone there a ton. Yeah, they're splitting that 5 stack up. Haynes trying to walk through here with his USP. In fact, does a decent amount of damage onto Alfight. There's LCS seeing a bunch of people in mid. 2 race car taking some damage through the door. Trying to trade it out. Nap is actually just walking in real aggressive. He'll just take one down for himself. And he'll spray down 2. With that spray transfer, he'll grab a couple more. Jabu, you want to watch Naft? You got to watch Naft. He picks up a huge 3K. 4K so far in the round, actually. So that leaves Haynes as the last one standing. They're going to plant the bomb over on the B site. Haynes finding a firefight in mid. Naft looking to come across. Are they just going to stall for him? Haynes does take down Vampy, but then there's Naft to finish off the ace. Woo, the newest guy on the team getting it done now. He's up to 8 frags. Big ace for the kid. And now UV1 takes the lead 5-4. Ooh, I like that they set him up. They're like, Naft, you go around, we'll just stall him over here in mid, and then it's all yours, my dude. Anti-ecoys, but still. We take those. I actually get criticized slightly for getting too hyped about anti-eco aces. I know. But I like them. I like aces either way. Not every ice can be an overtime murderous ace. Meanwhile, this round is not going nearly as cleanly as the last round. Down to 2 people already. Naft, though, still standing. Damo still able to find another target here. Naft trying to find the one in long. He's going to get a flash here to see if they can find him out, but they're going to get this plant off. So 2v3 to protect the plant. LCS walking through CT spawn. Flash is coming in. Haynes looking to play from long. Finds Damos, takes him down. Naft playing back of sight. He's down to 6 HP. He finds one more target here. And then he gets another. Naft now with 6 HP. He's got to get it done. Dude tries to switch over, but Naft clutches this one out. This one wasn't an eco. This was only 3k. But still, Naft coming in clutch. He's got 11 now. Beautiful performance from Naft in a couple rounds in a row. Yeah, it was a quasi-buy. They had FAMASs and stuff. Don't take it away from them. I'm the only one talking, so really, it just sounds like I'm taking over him. Here's a 4-stack. Basically a 5-stack coming in towards long, because as there's one more behind him. Are they going to surprise UV1 here? They try to flash and get in here. 1D from LCS. He gets another one, taking down Vampy. Haynes also contributing. So it does lead us back to a 4v2, as Vampy was at least able to find one before going down. But the deco stand works as they all head towards long. Jabu in chat. SMK gets in behind Naft and finally takes down the person who's been carrying 2 rounds in a row here. Now it's up to Damos, 1v4. Can he save this op? They are starting to rush over towards him. Let's sticky this camera on. Damos, see if he gets done. He finds the first shot here. There's another one past those double doors. He gets a foot. Gets him down 13. He tries to jump forward, but it was flanked there by SMK, so eventually gets finished off. But Damos does that. The Alamo Opper. Every once in a while, he's up against insurmountable odds and tries his best, and at least he picks up a couple when he gets through there. Opping again. Oh, sorry, this is a scout. But the scout shot hit. Imagine if that was an op. We're getting a little bit of hero rifle situation as Naft has got his AK, and, well, he's been a hero so far this game, so why not? Damos also picking up one more. Vampy does go down, though. So we're at the 4v3. Naft, though, trying to keep this going. Will find another spray here. So he's got 2 so far in the round. He does have someone behind him. He's going to walk back and take him out. He will eventually die to that molly. But another great effort from Naft as he puts on 3k. And that effort will probably be enough for him to carry this round, barring a clutch here from Midos. He's hanging back right now. Bomb now planted. 2 race car in a great spot if he does walk through here. And he's going to peer around the corner now, but Miles actually wins that one out now. He's trying to finish off the one in the window, but Alfight will win that firefight. So good of Alfight to clutch that last one there. 2 race car, probably feeling like he should have had that, but that's okay. UV1 now. Up 7-5. one away from 1.5, would probably feel really comfortable with a 9-6, at least. And they're going to do it against a couple scouts and deagles, but every anti-eco has worked out, every eco for Wave Riders has worked out pretty well for them. UV1 having a little bit of trouble on the anti-ecos this time around. But this one's already started off with SMK being taken down, so it's a 5v4. Team to Naf throwing out the molly in case anyone's hanging around in mid. Haynes trying to find a scout shot there. Here's some movement here. Two race car just jumps up and finds dudes. Looking for another one here as we get into Mito's cam, who hits his shot onto Naft. Naft probably feeling it because of how aggressive he's been playing, but there's LCS turning around the corner and taking down the two. Thinking about coming towards B. Elster on the bomb carrier. But Vampy finishing off Mitos means it is now 2v1. But again, LCS does know where the bomb is. It's over to his side. As he's sitting here waiting, he's going to molly off lower so he can come back over here. Smoke coming down. LCS trying to shoot through it, but two race car shoots right back at him. Two frags for two race car in that one to finish off that round. 8-5 now for UV1. Half effectively won, but like I said, probably more comfortable if it's 9-6 at least. Trying to smoke this through. Damos not off in this time, so able to get through there. Vampy the only one not with an AK here. So watch Damos watching over mid as he's off to do. UV1 playing pretty default heavy on his T side. Kind of had the one rush to like in the pistol round. But it's been working out mostly for them. Either way, Alpha turns around. Able to find SMK there in lower tunnels. So we're in a 4v4 and pretty huge. SMK seems to be the leader of Wave Rises. Haynes now trying to get the stun with the op though. Will find one over there in Cat. As Damos throws out the smoke. He's able to pick up that AK there. 3v4 for UV1 as they're making way through long. Dude's trying to slow down any sort of push there. They're able to get past CT spawn with that smoke. Vampy shooting through the smoke up here. Does see that thought was thrown there. Just barely missing out on Mitos there. LCS able to pick up one more two race car though, takes him down. Damos eventually is gonna be able to take the one with the molly, so that leaves Mitos by himself here, but he finds the clutch frag to take down two race car. He's gonna look to see if he can find a better gun here. Yeah, there's a nice little op. He'll grab that. He'll defuse this bomb. It'll be 8-6 as we head to the final round of the half. Mitos 2K on the round. It's a good job to finish that off for his team. He's got 9 so far. Leaders so far are Naft and SMK, both with 14 apiece. So we head into the final round of the half, and even when you get to buy an op, get that on two race car, but everyone else kind of has a much more awkward buy. Not a whole lot of utility. But we got SMGs over on Wave Rises, P90 being one of them. As we all know, I love me a P90. Another default heavy round. Here's we're watching two race car. We're just hearing op shots being fired, but mostly nobody. It was Haynes just firing it over at the long doors. A couple of them, including Naft and Vampy, are up in Cat. Start to walk through short. Defending this is Dudes. Underneath with the MP9. Good spot for it. Does have support from Haynes with the op. Smoke goes down. Dude's just trying to wait this out here. See if as soon as someone pokes through there. Haynes, though, gets started, though, with that op shot to find one more. They try to back off from this now. Naf jumps through, gets taken down. LCS down to 8 HP. 3 members left for UV1. They're going to start to head over towards the B site to try to stop them from getting on over here. Alphyte going to smoke off double doors. Can't get the one at car. Feels like he needed that frag there. Deimos gets taken down too. 2 race car missing his shot. The wave rises. Win a few in a row. Again, 8-7 half for UV1. You're thinking T-sided map. You want a little more than that. A little more than 8-7. But that being said, UV1's strength on the CT side as of late has been shown, and they've, you know, definitely extended that into some huge wins when they've started on the CT side and have had like 10, even 14 round wins in the first half, which has let them get huge victories on the CT side. So we're very confident on the CT side for UV1. There was just a couple rounds for UV1 that just like kind of just didn't go their way, especially early on, when, you know, you win the pistol round and then you kind of lose to they have deagles. I'm kind of my memory sucks. Early in the night trying to remember even last game, but then they win the round after that. Then it looked like, okay, so they're gonna have a quasi buy from Wave Rises, but they still lose to that, and so there's like a, you know, so staying the couple rounds, the difference between 8-7 and 10-5. So I'm sure UV1 will have wanted to have gotten that. Like I said, just 9-6 just, I feel like, just makes you much more comfortable going into a second half. But you'll take having the advantage at the very least. As the halftime warm-up is underway, Vampy try to see what he can do with some no-scoping. Eventually has to switch to the USP. But we did get to see an anti-ego ace from Naft, which was fun. And then Naft for a while was just going absolutely monster mode, grabbing 3K the round right after that. And I think still 2K the round after that as well. So Naft definitely had some good rounds for himself. He was just playing around in mid, getting real aggressive at times. Just walking through the door and just taking names. Would love to see more of that from Naft. And meanwhile, you know, the substitute player, again, one player out for the day in Egglet. 2 race car has been having a good round for himself, of course, because of how this works. You can't view scores at halftime. Mildly annoying. But we'll double check that once the second half has getting started. And yeah, here we are. It is now started. Oh, it doesn't show scores. Right. I think a round has to complete. But either way, we're getting into the pistol round here now. Unexpected victory, up 8-7 after their T effort. Let's see how they do on the CT side. Let's see if they go for the rush towards B. They send 4 that way. No, they're going down tons. They're going to make their way through mid doors here. And now they're going to rush all the way back around towards B. So they got themselves a little bit surrounded. Mitos is going to get it started here and pick off 1. Trying to do more damage than other. Haynes will help him finish him off. Vampy gets taken down as well by LCS. So that leaves 2 left as they have this bomb now planted. 2 race car trying to get some work done with the USP. But Dudes is able to finish him off. Naf now by himself. Surrounded here a little bit. Trying to back off from these doors. Trying to hit a shot here. Someone trying to go in for the knife too as well, but Naf will take down 2. And eventually Mitos will finish off Naf. So we're tied here at 8 apiece after the pistol round. We're seeing an SMG purchase. Some Mac 10s over on Wave Rises. P90, oh, 1 AK. So we'll see if that means they're going to go fast once again. Oh, and we're going to meet wall versus wall. 4 people from UV1 come towards long. That's all 5 of them, at least currently, from Wave Rises, are going through long as well. 1 Deeg started off by 2 race car. Alpha will grab another one. 2 race car eventually going down. Mitos picks up a couple for himself, but Vampy is able to get another trade here. So we're back to a 2v2. See Naft at CT ramp. Trying to see if they continue the push here. He's going to walk through the smoke. Would potentially move with Haynes, who does have an AK, so that's the scary part. So despite it being a 2v2, it's definitely not even in that sense. Galil and AK in the hands of Wave Rises. One minute to go. As Haynes is still trying to peek over here. Naf, meanwhile, is just hanging out underneath the elevator there. Deimos back in mid. As they are starting to walk back now. 35 seconds left to go, so they got to make a decision here on time. They should know they have a firepower advantage here. They're throwing out a smoke, as if to say they are going that way. Here's Naf going to walk up and meet them. So good decoy smoke by Wave Rises. Gives them access to the B site now. Or excuse me, the A site. Deimos trying to run all the way back. Potentially trying to find a gun. Would meet up with Haynes, who's just watching down double doors here. It's potentially scary. Walking through there. Haynes will finish him off. So Wave Rises do their work right after winning the pistol round to give themselves a lead, 9-8. As UV1 consider one more save here. And they'll do that. They'll buy some deagles, they'll buy a scout. Let's see if they can get that one going here. Lots of utility being used towards the one side here, but they are moving in right into Deimos, who's just going to tap him down. Couple 1-deags being huge on this defense. LCS walking up here. Gonna find 2 with his Galil. Grab someone else's AK now. So it's still 3v2. Numbers advantage for UV1, but it's still a couple AKs on Wave Rises is huge. Deimos, though, with a couple 1-deags. Has made this round interesting, that's for sure. LCS throwing out a molly towards window. Vampy wanting to peek. Flashing in. Vampy looks through window, finds a 1-deag. That leaves Dudes by himself, who's still looking towards window here. Does fire at him. Now he's looking back towards double door. See anyone starts walking out. So it's 1v3. But again, he's got the AK. Looking for another 1-tap there. As Dudes is trying to deal with it. 40 seconds left to go, so lots of time here. He's trying to walk behind him. Takes a couple shots out. He tries to rush at him, but 2 race car finish them off. Good job by UV1. They only buy deagles and a scout and are able to pick up a round win and keep 3 of them alive. Pick up 3 AKs. Absolutely huge for UV1. Now it's 9-9. But best you're going to get SMGs on the other side, and you got a MAC-10 and upgraded pistols. In fact, UV1, again, with those 3 AKs, got a 1 M4 and an AWP, so they're fully kitted out here. They're starting to rush over towards the B site. Alfight waiting for the splash to be kind of over. He's going to find the 1 behind card, takes down the 1, but not able to finish off the 2nd. So they do have access onto this site. They will begin this plant here. Alfight was only able to get the 1 trade. LCS planting the bomb now. 4v4 here for the retake. Dudes finds the 1 in window. Naf, though, hits a nice nade. SMK is in with the flank. He takes down 1. Naf trying to finish off SFK. He's playing with him a little bit, but Naf eventually finishes him off. Meanwhile, 2 race cars getting hit. A nice little frag there. LCS, though, with his MAC-10, finds 1 more. Naf trying to finish this one off. 1v1. He does find him. Does he have a kit? He does. Good job from Naf to finish it off. Another 3K effort for him. This is Naf's best game I've seen him play to date. And getting it done in clutch moments. He's got 19 frags so far. 10-9 is the lead for UV1. Smoke coming down through mid. They're moving through long. Now dudes in front of his team. Looking to lead charge. Vampy here with his M4. Trying to hold us down. He's going to throw in a molly there. To slow down the push near the wall. And currently, they're still standing here. So they start now walking up as that molly finishes off. Deimos is able to find one frag near mid. Here's SMK now trying to rush the Vampy, but Vampy is able to pick off one. He grabs two, and then fizzes a third. Switches over the USP, but eventually gets taken down by Haynes. Haynes, though, now has a 1v4 with them as Vampy put down a huge effort. They're starting to rush onto him now. He gets a little bit of damage on two race cars, finishes them off with that deagle, but Naf will get the last laughed. Last laughed. That was not intentional in any way. 11-9 lead now for UV1, but we're getting a rifle round here for Wave Rises. Absolutely huge round as we are getting close to the end of this game. 20 bomb hit by Naft. Haynes also has 20 on the other side. Here's a molly to slow down the B rush. But they're sitting in tons. Dude's also trying to get that done. Nice little nade here. Do a decent amount of damage to multiple members of Wave. Deimos then just finishing off SMK. Dude still in lower tons trying to see if he can find anyone. But Naft is the one to find him. Naft continuing his excellent match of Counter-Strike he's playing. Deimos gets taken down. The op battle in mid. Getting one up by Haynes. Looks like they're moving towards the B site, so will Alphite meet up with them. 3v4 UV1 with the number advantage, and here's Alphite though, holding down the site currently by himself. Flashes are coming out. They are starting to walk at him. Alphite trying to flash for himself. Looks for the one at car, but they will take him down. So they're starting to come over now. So 2v3 now. Good aggressive push by Wave Rises. Gives them the site. Gives them the bomb plant. Naft's trying to see if he can find someone on that boost. Does not. He's walking towards window. He's going to pick up an op. Ooh, with the economy, they decide, let's just keep this. We're up a couple rounds. We can give them the rest of this one. They earned it. They get to save an AK and op, so not bad. A ton of utility on your race car too as well. Wave Rises, bring it to within one.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, like I said, that felt like a very important round for Wave Rises. Losing that round would have put them in a really bad situation, but now they are pretty decent for themselves. But UV1 saving those guns puts them in a decent situation for this round, so this becomes another very important round. Maybe one more important for UV1 is if they get a loss here, send them into an eco and into 11-11. 5 stacks so far, outside long. Just trying to walk there, but UV1 aggressively positioned here. This time, not often aggressively positioned here. Vampy looks away from a flash, comes back to the door, then sprays down two. And he's gonna find a third. Tries to pick up an AK. Eventually will be taken down by LCS, but another huge effort from him. Two race car will finish off LCS in the end, leaving Haynes all by himself with the op. He's trying to walk into here now. He's going to stand on top of a molly. Tries to switch to an AK, but two race car will take him down. Giant win. Great defense started off by Vampy to get those 3 frags. It's now 12-10 for UV1. Last time we talked with Vampy, you know, he's kind of like in a comfort zone where it's not like completely up for him to carry, and he knows other people can take that mantle. Like you seeing Nap tonight, but every once in a while he says, sometimes I get bored. And maybe that's a little bit of that one. He's like, I'm just going to walk along and just frag these kids. Taking down 3 before eventually going down. Tried to even switch to an AK after he ran out of ammo on his M4. but was eventually taken down. Alfight now trying to deal with this once again. He at least gets one this time, so it's a trade. 2 race car also picked up a frag in mid, it looks like. Vampy also finding another one over there, so that leaves LCS and Haynes by themselves. They're at least on site with the bomb. Napped here. Has gotten in behind them. LCS in car now. Deimos finishing him off. Everyone contributing to that one. 1 frag apiece for everyone on UV1. They're up 13 to 10. Magic number is now 3. 3 for Wave Rise to tie it. 3 for UV1 to win it. But Wave Rise is here. Will have to eco. Again, we've seen some really good ecos by both teams, really, at this point. And that's exactly the kind of effort that's going to need. So they're going to try to rush up here once again, but... or towards B side. Can Alfight stop him? He's more aggressively on this off angle this time. So he's going to spray down 1. They're trying to get through, but Alfight taking down 3 before going down. Haynes, we watch get finished off with that. Yeah, sure, Auto Director. We'll just watch from the corpses as Deimos finishes off the last 2. 14-10 lead now for UV1. Good anti-eco there. Only losing the 1 teammate. Haynes, with his 23, leads the server, but his team's down by 4. You're gonna want a little more out of him. Don't swing your knife. Just don't swing your knife. Well, UV1 gonna start this round at disadvantage. Deimos, though, nearly equaling that health advantage that they gave. Here's Haynes walking through mid. Deimos with the Optos, still trying to look for someone. He gets flashed, so he's gonna back up. Let's see here. SMK aggressively in short right now. Deimos, though, hits the op shot. They're starting to move through short towards A. SMK get that. Below him is Naft. But right now, SMK, just worried about where anyone could be, is walking through here. Again, they've kind of left this pretty open. SK sees the one near pit there. Vampy got in behind and finds 2. Vampy also has control of the bomb, grabs his AK here, then takes down dudes. Vampy taking over now. Dudes is able to spray down 1, but not able to finish off Naft. 15-10 lead for Unexpected Victory. We got 5 match points coming up in a row. Wave rises, no one over 4K with them, so they're going to have an awkward buy here. UV1 is going to have full rifles. Oh, unless Vampy doesn't... Okay, there we go. Like, unless Vampy doesn't buy anything. But there we go. 3 AKs, the Scout, and the 1 MAC-10 for Wave Rises. They got to use that to win this one route. Alfight, having to deal with the rushes on B over and over again, has learned position more aggressively, and you can take him down. And it's working out for him. He picked up that 1 frag. Meanwhile, Deimos finding another one in mid with his op. Looks like dude's trying to find a play here. Vampy's finished the one at the top of mid as well. Alfight able to take down this last target, so it's all up to Midos. It's nothing up to anyone. Unexpected Victory will take this one down. Big 16-10 win. They get to the 9th win of the season. They are now at a 9-1 record. And we want to see if we get an interview with our boy Naft. Solid effort by Unexpected Victory, as it was a close first half, but they were able to get the job done in the CT side. We'll see if we are able to get that interview, of course. Got some Naft fans in the chat, so I'm sure we'll like that. He's our interview for the day, assuming I can get him in here. But of course, he had the anti-eco ace in the game, top frag in the game. least on the team. I can't remember if Haynes ended up having more in the end, but let's quickly refresh this. Not entirely sure. Still waiting to see if we do get Aiden. So, excuse me, Nap to come and join us. Do. All right. ESEA will be a little bit behind, so we won't necessarily actually know who's there. And there we go. We got Naft here, folks. How you feeling, my dude?
I'm feeling good, Doug.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll get started. So it was an anti-eco ace, which is, you know, good. The first 4 frags, you just sprayed down people who were running at you, so that's nice. But what I actually want to ask you about in it, were they setting you up? Were they like, yo, we know he's at mid, we'll just let you go around?
Like for the ace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I asked for it.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Because I know like they were shooting at him. I'm like, oh, they're just keeping him there so that Nap can come get him.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know. I think they were fighting him. I think they just kept dying though. Like, and I just happened to be there at the end there and got him.
All right, awesome. So it was a solid game, I would say. The first half was pretty close. You guys actually seemed to let go some rounds that didn't seem to go your way. What was the attitude after kind of the first half, where it was actually probably closer than maybe you think it should have been?
I mean, it was still a positive mindset. Generally speaking, we go for 8-7 half on T side. That's kind of like what we expect to get.
Okay.
Obviously, those I feel like we probably could have got more. I think we kind of sold a few rounds, just kind of gave them away.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it went well. I don't. Did we even win? Did we win T side pistol?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, you didn't.
So then, yeah, I think we did fine then.
Yeah.
Considering.
Yeah.
Because usually that's
Wait, hold on.
conceding 3 rounds right away.
You started T side? Yeah, no, yeah, you did win T side pistol, but then you kind of traded rounds. They were up 4-1 to kind of start off with, so you won the pistol round, but then they took the round after that. Then you took the next round after that. Then they somehow took the next round after that. It was like a bunch of trades early on, and they had a minor lead, but of course, you ended up winning the half. So that's what I mean. But potentially like some rounds that like probably should have been yours. I'm just curious in terms of like how the team approaches that, like in terms of scrims or anything. Do you guys like review the film and go like, hey, here's where we screwed up in this round, we should have won? Like, do you guys talk about that?
I'm gonna be honest, we haven't scrimmed like any at all in the past 2 weeks.
Oh, fair enough.
So and to be honest, most of the rounds that we lose, you can just literally just understand why you lost them. You don't even need to watch the demo and realize what went wrong. It's kind of just like we went out long one round when there was we knew that they were low on money,
right?
Or like had the potential to not have a lot of money, and then they just flashed long and killed 3 of us instantly. Right. And I feel like that's just something we could have further, like, I feel that shouldn't happen, but I think that's excusable because we haven't scrimmed like ever.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully, now that we've like kind of clinched the playoff point, obviously you want to improve your seeding as we kind of go forward through the season. But I'm sure hopefully that gets ramped up. But obviously, like amateur esports, there's real life going on. I know it can't always get as many scrims as maybe you want.
Yeah, no, it should be starting up right away. I think some people had personal stuff happening in their life, so
yeah, that's fair.
And I think it's all cleared up now, so we're
nice.
I think we're gonna start scrimming again on Monday.
Awesome, that's killer. That's good to hear. All right, so I don't even know really what to say about the rest of the game. It was kind of just like solid through kind of the rest of it. You all just had kind of the CT side plan. They kind of just decided which side they were rushing, and eventually you guys just stopped it. So good job.
Yeah, that's pretty well what happened.
Yeah, you guys hit that 9th win. Good to hear that you guys are ready for more playoffs. Is there anything you want to say? I know you got fans in the chat right now. Is there anything you want to say to like the NAFT fans in the UV1 chat?
If there's NAFT fans in the UV1 chat.
Yeah, they were saying, "Hey, put the spectate NAFT." And I was like, "Well, I gotta see it. I can't just leave the camera on NAFT."
Thanks for watching, guys.
Killer, dude. All right, thank you very much for having me, and congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Cheers. All right, UV1 continue a nice streak they got going on here. Only one loss on the season. They get themselves to that 9-win mark, as I mentioned, a nice mark to get to. Again, virtually guarantees playoffs, but they don't plan to lose every game from here on out, but it's still nice to get to those 9 wins. Speaking of games here on out, that was a terrible transition. Next game is a little bit of time from now. Usually it's only a few days, but it is scheduled currently for the 12th. That is next Sunday. That's a whole week. Next game is scheduled a week away from now, so we got a little bit of a break, but again, hopefully they get a little bit more of the scrims. UV1 will play against Just Enough Salt. Right now, that's scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern time, but stay tuned to UV1_esports on Twitter in case that gets changed or moved around, because right now all games are scheduled for the 12th, so I'm sure that's not correct as I'm looking at it now. So we'll find out the rest of the schedule soon, folks. Actually, I think I got messaged directly what the rest of the week looks like. Nope, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just follow UV1 on Twitter as well as on Discord. They also have TikTok and an Instagram. I think they have an Instagram. For sure, TikTok. Go follow those things. They will be good things to follow for UV1. In fact, if you want to follow me too as well, they do have an Instagram. I'm right. If you want to follow me, I'm at Johnny Esports on everything. That's JONNY Esports on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all that jazz. So feel free to check me out there. Of course, you can always check me out here on the UV1 broadcast, doing the play-by-play for our unexpected victory boys. Another big win, 9-1 record. Look forward to the next game. We will see you all next time.
I've been thinking too much. Held myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 aces sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind